And welcome back to the AxusCoin channel. We will be discussing today, why is everything so cool? Why is this koala climbing a tree? And why can't we finally get ahead in the cryptoverse, in the crypto space? What the government has to say, this and more here on the AxusCoin channel.
Continually experimenting with new ideas and techniques. Reconstructing, developing, modernizing. Machines will do the heavy work. Men will supervise the machines.
You owe much to these machines. Horsepower, not manpower. Brains, not brawn.
I really like that song, dog. Like, I don't know how many of you have, just realized the big change in music that has really happened in the last few years. I'm sure many of you, since many of you are doctors and athletes, probably do relate. Many of you are older than me. And I know that you relate to radio a lot, right? Before the iPad, before music, streaming, you were forced to listen to what the radio played. And that's shocking to me. It really is. And that's a world that I don't want to live in. So I'm very grateful for technology, very grateful for the future. And I'm very grateful that where everything is really headed. I know that there's there have been a lot of mixed signals and mixed analysis from various professionals and various people on the debate of whether crypto is something viable or whether it's not, and where it could be headed. But guys, there is no doubt. I mean, there really is no doubt that crypto is here to stay and that it is going to make a huge difference in our world. The other day, I was watching that documentary, Cryptopolis, right? And it was just very, very fascinating to see the infomercials. I believe there was this famous commercial about this little boy, and he kind of just goes like, and then there's email. And it's kind of like my favorite scene of the whole clip because it truly does put things into a little bit of a fun, kind of nostalgic, almost like a silliness, right? To be afraid of technology, but we forget how many people were indeed afraid of technology up in the coming of 20th century with the internet, and we will see that that's no different, and we're seeing the same things now with crypto and with the metaverse and how people just don't believe in it. But I can tell you guys that crypto was in fact meant to be the third layer of the internet. And we will dive into that because I feel like knowledge, I don't know. I'm sorry. I spend a lot of time on YouTube. So for those of you who are avid YouTube watchers, you'll know who that is. We won't mention his name, but you know how he says it, knowledge. And it has enough of that. But knowledge is important. It really is important. And so we'll discuss some of that. We'll discuss what crypto is, how it got started, cryptography, the human species, who are we as people? Are we able to govern ourselves? What's going on? What reality do we live in? And what responsibility do we have as people and individuals? I remember back when I was an EMT, I worked on an ambulance, and I remember going to these skilled nursing facilities, SNFs. And, if I could, I never knew what to make of it. I knew that we as people were doing the best we could. I knew that we had risen to the task of our humanity and to help our fellow human, and that is truly saying something. It truly is. Most things aren't about money; they're about humanity, and we're about what we're willing to prioritize as a people, as a species, and how we want to be remembered. Right? Does nothing matter in the universe, or does things matter? Yin and yang. If you look at some of the commonalities and some of the causalities, cause and effect, causalities, you will realize that everything's a choice in life. It's always a choice. that's what makes things so funny, because it's always a choice between, it's always a choice either between chaos or order. And you see that theme. You see that theme throughout mankind, and whether you believe in the religion and in the Bible, or you believe in the Anunnaki and the Sumerians and their take on mankind and where we came from and how things are, we do realize that a lot of the great questions to our existence have, I think we've been thinking about it the wrong way. This is where I was going with that. Okay, so Elon Musk the other day was talking about how there's a 50-50 chance that we live in a base reality, right? That this is a simulation. So then the question comes, so then what if we do live in a simulation, right? What if we aren't real? Like what? So then what my take on that was this, then. The question isn't whether we're real or not. The question is whether we're real to ourselves. And so then it doesn't matter if we're not even real. It doesn't matter if this is a simulation, because we're living it. We're experiencing it. It's real to us, right? So the question isn't now is what's the meaning of life? Are we real, right? That's not the question. The question now is, can we manipulate reality so that we can spend whatever this is the way we want, right? So that we can make the best possible outcome of something we don't understand. There's nothing, guys, standing in between heaven and us. And with that, I say thank you.